Am I leading him on? What kind of question?
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome back to That Which Finds Us. We are here on a little, I guess you can say, first date kind of ish. I don't know, but it says first date right here, so I'm assuming it's our first date with Idris. Well, as you know, I'm a Bill's Bonds clerk most of the day. I'm 20 and I like seeing movies the night they come out, playing with my shelter rescue Labrador, and taking long walks on the beach. A rescue dog. You sure that's not just something you read on a dating profile that sounded good? Alright, I was lying about the dog. My apartment doesn't allow pets. I was gonna say you're never home team to take care of your dog, but I do want one, probably a black one. But I guess I take whatever they have, whatever one they have. As for relationships, I had a girlfriend for a while, but we went separate ways. Now I just work 9 to 5 like most everybody else. Well, sometimes after hours if need be. A girlfriend. A girlfriend. She doesn't sound that special if you just glossed over it like that. He stopped smirking and suddenly looks all serious. Maybe not the best question to ask on a first dinner. No wait, I have a right to ask at least. I told him about Steven, it's worth at least asking. And he wanted Steven's photo for no reason but to just look. So, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Doesn't really matter a whole lot now. He starts messing with his drink. It might have been a recent breakup. What, was she your first girlfriend? Yeah. What is he doing? Counting ice cubes in his cup? Maybe if Steven was my first boyfriend too. I mean, I had a couple of guys I was interested with in high school, but nothing ever came out of it. Not exactly a great first guy, you know. Great, I got him at least to look up from his glass. You should set your sights higher then. It's a lot harder to crash and burn that way. He's still playing with his water, but at least he looks more sociable now. Looks like I'm going to have to do more of the talking. Is that mark on the inside of your wrist from your knife? He starts to fiddle a bit with the silverware. Maybe. Sometimes I have clients who are a bit too pushy. Sometimes I run into people who I don't want to be associated with anymore. It works on me just as well as anybody else. Have you ever tried to hurt someone with it? I didn't realize we'd be playing 20 questions tonight. He laughs it off, but he's still a bit uneasy about the question. And I might have not. It is just a weapon to most people. I'll buy a lot handier of one. From a distance or just from a passing glance, he looks like a normal guy. But seeing him from up close, I can make out quite a few scars. Well, I can't see it. Most have blended in with a bit of his skin or are covered up by his jacket, but a few are visible. Here's a special for today. Ah, you ordered for me too? For a while I thought I had leftovers. I was going to stand you up. Sure had me fooled. It's been a while since I had seafood. What is this? Lobster and shrimp? Spicy shrimp with lobster. What do you usually eat then? Hamburgers, steaks, pork chops, sometimes salads? It's been even longer since I ate with someone. Now I'm the one sounding depressed, huh? Despite not having gone out with someone in a while, he seems really relaxed. I figure you'd be the type to sometimes meet your clients at restaurants. Most of my clients aren't that showy, but enough about my work. How was your day? What kind of client does he usually have? My day was fine. I went to work around 7 and left at about 3. Not too busy today. You work at a retail shop, right? Yeah, I work at the mall in South Marcus. Oh, I've been there a few times. How long have you been working there? A few months. I had to get a new job after my accident since I got fired from my last one for missing so much in the hospital. Which isn't an entirely bad thing. The pay is higher at this place. Do you work full time? Yeah, I have to pay the bills. Even though I could probably just work part-time and still be able to pay my bills. Do you like it there? That must be real lucky. To just work part-time and still be able to cover your bills. But then again, she does get that $1,000 a month for free. What? You don't want to make my boss forget about me, do you? No, I just meant, I was just wondering if you liked your job. Yeah, it's alright, I guess. I don't really want to work there for the rest of my life, but I guess most people don't strive for just a retail job. What do you want to do then? When I was little, I always dreamed of being a flight attendant, so I could see the world. But now I just settle for a less boring job than retail and go on vacations whenever I can. For a dream job, though, I'd like to be a teacher. A teacher? You think that'd be less boring than a retail clerk? Well, not just any teacher. I'd like to be a professor who tours the country giving speeches. It doesn't really sound like a teacher, more like a lecturer. Just a wording difference. And besides, I had a few teachers who went on to do tours and give speeches. What would you like to do speeches on then? Like history speeches. Thank God. Another main character that likes history. And social science speeches. I've really liked history and the science behind why it happened. Why don't you do that then? I can't just give speeches willy-nilly. Well, you can on like social forums. But why don't you get started then? It'll take you years to get your degree, but it'll take even longer if you keep putting it off. Putting it off? I've never really thought about it that way. It was always a dream, something that I always felt was intangible. Intangible? College is expensive, but I do have enough in savings for a community college. And if I do well enough there, I can get scholarships to pay for a 4-year college and transfer there. That's true. Why don't you sign up for a couple classes in the spring? It's probably been a while since you were in school, so it'll take a bit to adjust. That sounds nice. I might do that. I went to college after high school, but the student loans were just too high, and I couldn't work and go to school at the same time. Nowadays, though, I might be able to. Did you ever go to college? No, I went straight to work after I graduated. I wasn't exactly rich, so I started working at a hardware store and gradually earned enough money to reopen my father's bail bond store. He used to own one, but when he passed away, we had to sell our lease on the office to pay for a funeral cost to make up for his lost wages. I think it was my grandfather who originally thought it would be a funny inside joke, owning a bail bond business that also offers another sort of bond service on the side. He died when I was little, letting my dad take over. Of course, then he died a decade after that, both of them in a little over a decade before I was out of high school. My dad wasn't exactly the most healthy man, so it wasn't that shocking. Idris fiddles his food a bit with his fork, looking at his plate. It seems really easy to get depressing while talking about some things, huh? But that's just life. He tries to smile at me, but it's not the most convincing smile in the world. Let's finish eating before the food gets cold, though. I think for like their first dinner outing together, and even just first time hanging out, their like chemistry. Their chemistry is very well. I don't think I can ever actually do that with someone. Like, I haven't been able to click with anyone that quickly as of lately. It's just really hard to get along. Hard to like find interest with other people lately for me. You really didn't have to pay for mine too, you know. Why? Did I hurt your pride? A bit. Good. If it's that easily scarred, then it needs a little more bruising. So harsh. It's gotten a lot cooler out here since night has fallen. I should have brought a jacket. He seems relatively fine though, but I guess his blazer is warmer than mine. Now that I think about it, he's almost always smiling like that, but I can't tell if it's a smirk or a more genuine smile. I didn't know getting people out of jail could be so fulfilling to someone. He's cool, like, am I staring too long? He caught me staring. What's wrong? Are you cold? Not really. You're shivering. Do you want my jacket? I'm fine, really. Alright. Say, I was just thinking, if you're off tomorrow, maybe we could get some coffee or something. Smooth. About as smooth as a gravel road. I have work from noon to close tomorrow. I have the day after tomorrow off, though. I guess I could meet you somewhere. How about the cafe across the street from where you work? They have a good coffee. Sounds good. Well, we're back at his office now. But who's the person hanging around outside? He looks like he's seen death. Do I have time? Yes, I have time. Yeah, so 2 p.m. there the day after tomorrow. Great, see you then. Huh? I've got to go, but I'll be there, hopefully on time. Bye. What was that all about? He got really pale. Did he not want me to see that guy? Must be some weird client of his. I guess I'll walk myself home. Any updates? We're getting closer every day. Our informant has gotten close to the top. Any day now, we're expecting someone to slip up, or at least give us a name to work with. How does one guy run such a huge operation and be virtually invisible? Even if we got a picture of him, we'll need to get some of the other higher-ups in for questioning. We know, we're working on that too. There's something else a bit concerning as well. It seems some of his lower members have been keeping tabs on you and that girl you're with. What do you mean? This was my second meeting with this guy, is not? Why are they keeping tabs on me? Great. Is there any way to speed this up? If we were able to speed things up, then this whole operation wouldn't have taken years so far. But it shouldn't be too much longer. It's about time all this is over with. What did I get myself into? Am I leading him on? What kind of question? I mean, you could construe tonight as just 2 people eating dinner, and you could probably construe the day after tomorrow as just 2 people getting coffee. But I doubt he sees it as that. Is that such a bad thing, though? Wow, we fell in love real fast. It's just, I feel somewhat comfortable talking to him. Sarah's the only one I've actually talked to at work, and I barely hang out with her. I've never opened up this much to someone before. I'm thinking too much about this. I need to go to bed. I really love this transition. It's so freaking cute. Ugh, I should have shut the curtains more last night. Too much sunlight in here now. I should get up before I make myself late. Wouldn't that be something? Well, I bet it's so comfy. Is he up yet? Maybe he's getting ready for the day. Maybe reading the newspaper or watching the news. I won't know unless I get up and meet him at the cafe. First one here, of course. Maybe he has clients that are more important than a cup of coffee. I've been here... he said 2 p.m. though. What time did we wake up? I've been barely 5 minutes. I've been here... I cannot read. I've been here barely 5 minutes. I guess I could be more patient. This coffee shop, bakery, cafe mix, whatever they're calling it, has a cute air to it. The walls are pink and the decorations are about as frilly aside from the plants. Most of the tables and chairs line a wall that's just a window, making it look like a greenhouse. Man, that sounds like my kind of place. There's a small group of friends standing in the corner, waiting on a table as well. They're a bit loud, but it's not exactly quiet in here either. Why does seeing a group of high schoolers make me feel old? Oh, you look so cute without your work uniform. Good morning. It's past noon. It's always morning for someone in the world. Is there really a wait list at this time of day? Afraid so. I put your name down a few minutes ago. Why my name? You don't know what kind of enemies I have. Yeah, retail work makes you a prime target. I have to deal with some crazy people some days. They never listen to me and they're always right because the customer is always right. And... oh, Byron. Well, this is a surprise. What are you two doing out on a nice day like this? Wait, you don't like Byron. Byron? We're just getting some coffee. It just, you know... is it Byron? Byron? You could say that. What are you doing here? Work, meetings the usual. I thought I saw some familiar faces, so I popped in. Table for Idris, party of 2's ready. Looks like we've got to go. Have fun. See you later. Why did you look like that? How did you meet him? He's a client. A client you shouldn't be around. Why? What's his day job? It's not his day job you should worry about. It's his night job. You're better off not seeing him, okay? He paid for all my medical expenses after my accident. At least tell me what he does for a living. No. He looked me straight in the eyes when he said that, but now he's avoiding my gaze. Instead of looking at me, he's more enthralled with the tiles on the floor. Enthralled, sorry. If you want to know, ask him yourself. I'm not going to make you privy to my business between me and my clients. Every time he asks, he just gets vague. Maybe he doesn't want you to know then. What kind of coffee are you going to order? You're avoiding my question. I guess I'll let it go. For now. I like their vanilla cappuccino. Our waitress finally finished... Our waitress finishes cleaning off the table near us and walks over. Cappuccino, huh? I'll have one too then. 2 vanilla cappuccinos, please. The waitress jots the order down quickly on a notepad and walks off to the table beside us. How was work? Same as usual. Soccer moms who want to speak to my manager because we don't have a specific shirt in a specific color and a specific size. Children running around without supervision, just heavenly. Had any more business lately? A few. More for the bill rather than memory work though. Who was that guy the other night? You ask a lot of questions I can't answer. I like answers. When your memory starts going downhill, you have to find answers you already found before, and it gets frustrating. Like going out with friends and completely mixing their names up multiple times, or seeing someone you know but you can't remember how you know them. It's a lot nicer when people give you straight answers, even if they're lying. How am I supposed to know? I've never met someone who's fine with being lied to. I'd prefer the truth, but most times I have no way of knowing if it's true or not. Ignorance is bliss. I'm sorry, I was rude earlier. I just can't tell you everything about my clients. Client confidentiality, you know? It's alright. There's a lot of things I'd like to tell you, but... His voice trails off as he looks over at the napkins on the table. Alright, what are some things you can tell me? What else do you want to know? What's the weirdest request you've got from a client? Really do love loaded questions. It's a bit dicey to keep asking about his work, but it's also the most interesting. Seems like I hit the spot though. He's not acting as antsy as before. Why do you want to know so much about my clients? It's a lot more interesting than my clients at work. I mean, my clients at work are always the same and you can find them everywhere. Come on, man. It's not exactly the type of job you hear about every day. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to hear more about it. Alright, let's see. I've had a couple guys down on their luck come in and ask for a girl they just went out with to forget about them so they can have a do-over. They think they get a redo that everything will magically be better. Of course they go back on a first date and it's almost always the exact same result. Sometimes they did learn from the actual first date, but most of the time they blow it just like the first. One came back mad because the girl was no longer interested in going on a date with him. We gotta pity a guy who tries to play Cupid or watching memories. Aside from that, he's quiet for a few moments thinking. It's not exactly weird, but the saddest proposal was from a recently divorced couple. They found out a couple years into their marriage that they just weren't meant to be and got a divorce. After months of paperwork, court appointments, and all that, they were tired and wanted to go their separate ways, permanently. So they asked me to make them forget about each other. For added measure, I made them forget about me as well. I heard a few months later they had started dating again, completely unaware of their marriage and later divorce. How could they start dating again then? If we can't remember our mistakes, we're bound to repeat them. At least that's what I've seen. Can't you say that's still fate though? Because they married, divorced, erased each other's both memories and his. Well, he erased his memories of them, and then they dated again, got married again, and are planning divorce again. I feel like that's fate. Like there's something wrong with that line of fate right there. At least that's what I've seen. He won't tell me more about Byron, but I really think I'm saying that wrong. Is it Byron? Byron? It has to be Byron, right? I don't know. But he'll tell me about these other clients. I can see that look on your face. Byron is very much a repeat customer, while that couple doesn't even know I exist anymore. Some people come in and leave different people behind. Others come in to leave everything behind. That's a bit of a somber note, isn't it? That's very poetic though. But I don't get to talk to people about these kinds of things every day. You're a good listener. Thank you for coming to meet me here. Oh, and I'm way freaking over time. You're welcome. This is where we're going to finish listening to him for today's episode. So, we know that Byron, whatever the heck his name is a client of Idris, right? Idris. And he is a bad guy. Byron is a bad guy. I assume Byron is like FBI at night. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
조금 어렵겠지만 언제라도 난 여기 서 있어 편하게 생각